Ciao again, Kyosho collectors. Today we have the Maserati Merak, or Merak. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I don't have the original box. I got this locally here. Apparently it came in these three colors. You know what, though? That doesn't even really... Well, I guess it looks kind of metallic. That photo and this car don't look really identical, though, just to let you know. A little Japanese story about this car. It has a V6 engine. Wikipedia says between 2 or 3 liters and making around 190 horsepower. It's a mid-rear engined vehicle, and this thing first came out in 1972 and was sold up until 1973, I believe, and it shared part of its body structure and body panels with the Bora. So that's another casting I think I have. I'll bring it out later if I have it. And then it's it's basically a cheaper or less expensive alternative to the Bora, but also added +2 seating in the rear there, so it's 2 + 2. It doesn't look like it would be. We'll take a flashlight to the interior. 1,830 of these things were produced. It was styled by a famous designer, Giorgetto Giugiaro, and this thing was competing against the Ferrari Dino 308 and the Lamborghini Urraco. Urraco. I am not remotely Italian, in case you haven't picked up on that. Although I gotta say, that genre of food is my favorite. I love Italian food, mostly pizza, more than any other food. Although Mexican hard-shell tacos come in a strong second there. Although buffalo wings are good too. We're not talking about food though, are we? We're talking about the metallic blue finish on this thing. It's quite nice. It's not very splotchy in my opinion. I like it. Okay, so these wheels are actually made by a famous bicycle company called Campagnolo. They started as a bicycle company, but in the 50s they started making wheels and even parts of NASA satellites. So they seem to know a little bit about metallurgy. Alright, they look pretty close to those photographs. You might want to rewind and pause the video. This thing actually seems to be running 4 lug nuts. I guess with 190 horsepower that seems fine. But Kyosho does a good job. You see, there's actually air passing between those very tiny rectangular spokes there. You can see it more on the far side wheel there. And then the tires, well, they have some curvature to them. I kind of wish they were ballooned out more like that side photograph, but at least they're not totally flat surfaced. And then, well, let's see if we're at it. Here's the treads. Very realistic looking treads. Very small tread blocks. And they're equal sized. That might be accurate. And then, Kyosho, the only thing missing is they don't say copyright. Like, we don't know how old this model is. But this collection of Maseratis, I think, is a ways back because it's press fit together. Newer Kyoshos seem to be screwed together. Does this one roll? You guys are always asking. Here's your answer. Alright, continuing on with this side of the car now. We seem to have a silver painted and raised door handle and some silver paint around the raised window molding here. There seems to be a badge there behind the front wheel. I can't really make it out though. I don't think it says Merak. But look at that wheel. Really nice, right? I like that detail. Kyosho does a good job on their wheels usually. Alright, going to the front, we have, well, not quite there yet. We have a little orange marker here painted. And then nothing down here except for this tiny little scoop or something. And then we have the Maserati badge. It's raised, painted silver, so that's nicely done. The rest seems relatively smooth. They have a strange little plastic thing here, but not on this side. Maybe there's an air scoop here in the real car. And then they painted the little silver and orange markers there. And this car, I'm gonna guess these are chromed bumpers, these silver things. Alright. Pop-up headlights and the Maserati logo. Let's take a look and see if how good it is. Yeah, it's pretty good. Can't really read Maserati. Actually, it's off-center, the crown, but I mean, this is a dental pick we're looking at, so under 4x magnification, though, I can see some paint bubbling going on. I did not see that before. seems to be a little vent here, but no paint. Raised and painted silver wiper blades. They're probably, well, you know, that first photo, they're black. Maybe a certain year they had chrome wipers. I'll give Kyosho the benefit of the doubt there. More silver trim on this window molding. Some sort of, I don't know if that's a scratch or what. It's not very appealing. This could have been displayed before. It's a used model, I guess. We have some ribbing texture in here. Sounds like it's plastic. Maybe part of the interior piece. And then we have these like flying buttresses. So that's interesting. And then we have a vertical rear window. And then nice plastic taillights. White, orange, red separation. I don't know if this... Well, there is badging. It's just really small. Oh, I think I can actually make that Maserati? Or is that Merak? I don't know. I think that's Merak. It looks shorter. So I think that is Maserati. Then we have some red reflectors here printed on. Look at these tiny exhaust tips. These might be the best exhaust tips I've seen from a Kyosho blister pack, or maybe any Kyosho. I mean, look how small they are. They're chromed, and yet there's a little hole in the middle of it. So very nice. Chrome rear bumper, and then some sort of black plastic texturing here. Some sort of vent for the rear engine, I guess. Okay, well, it's not bad. I mean, there's something going on with the roof here, but it wasn't a brand new model, so maybe I can polish that out. Maybe it's already gone. Anyways, I like it. I totally forgot about the interior, so I'm editing this into this particular review here. Those 2+2s. You know, I guess there are some really tiny seats behind those front seats, but the side windows make it really hard to see. I don't think there's a texture or anything on them either. You see, maybe there's a cushion right there. Well, let's see about the steering wheel there. Seems okay. It's a little distorted from the side glass. Pretty big steering wheel. Well, maybe not. This front view there is pretty good. We got stick shift there. Some ribbing on those seats. No rear view mirror or anything like that. I think this is like a... well, I don't know. Yeah, alright, so you can see that ribbing on the two rear seats. I'm not sure why I'm dwelling on this so much, but I said I would look into the interior, so we did. Right. Let's go with the competition first. So this Kyosho here is the 246 GT Dino Ferrari. Technically I never wore a Ferrari badge because I guess Enzo didn't consider it a real Ferrari. But I consider it a real Ferrari. It looks like a Ferrari. And this other competitor is the Lamborghini Urraco. And again, this is made by Kyosho as well. So let's see, footprint wise, I would say the Urraco's a little smaller, I think. Maybe the Dino is the longest with the bumpers. Maybe not. Let's get my little ruler here. I'm gonna line him up from the rear. No, I cannot. Not evenly. No, not a spinning object, sorry. And you can just pause the video and make a guess for yourself. How about that? Live, I cannot do it. So I'm a little curious, which one of these would you pick if someone gave you a choice of a free Italian car from the 70s? I think definitely not the Lamborghini. I don't like those weird black things behind the rear windows, those little intake vents or whatever. I'm almost thinking I actually like the Maserati more than the Dino. The Dino is much more low slung, looking more like a 60s car. But I kind of like the wedge styling of this Maserati. Which is strange because I like the 60s more than the 70s as far as car styling goes. Alright, well, anyways, let's move these competitors out and just look at a couple other Maseratis now. It shared some parts with the Bora. And so this is by Kyosho, probably the same collection. I believe Kyosho may have only had one Maserati collection. And then this next one is a Maserati Kamsen. And the last one is a Maserati Ghibli. So the Ghibli is clearly a much larger vehicle. Maybe that's the flagship car of Maserati at that time. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. Top of the line, coming down to the least expensive. I have no idea what these things cost when they're new. I could definitely see a family resemblance amongst all these, you know, as if maybe Giugiaro probably designed all of these things. They have that 70s wedge styling to them, and the upsweep and the side glass. Alright. Let's let this guy spin on its own. Well, Kyosho comes through again for me. I'm very happy to have this. It's possible I may have actually completed the Maserati collection from Kyosho. I don't know. Someday I collect the boxes, but I don't have every box. That's why I've never shown a video of all the boxes of Kyosho collections I've collected. But someday I'll do it. Okay guys, well, thanks for checking this out, and I will see you the next time I get a Kyosho in. Alright, bye.